Good day. Black women and the good women that allow the bad women to get away with their bullshit. Now, this ain't going to be a typical black woman bashing video. There's plenty of those about. I'm not bashing the women that we know are messed up and just grabbalicious and gold diggers, and we know about those women. The problem I have is with the good black women. Now, I am fortunate enough to have a few good black women in my life, and one I happen to be in a relationship with. The problem I have is whenever you point a finger at the bullshit that some of these black women do, they all clamber together and they defend one another. I don't get it. It makes no sense. And I think to a certain extent, I think it's subconscious. I don't know why, if it's the media or what, but I explain this. I say this, what I'm saying doesn't even apply to you. Okay? You don't have any children, but yet you're getting angry with me whenever I talk about these mothers having kids, denying access to their fathers. You're getting angry at that, even though you don't have any kids. I don't get it. You speak to another man, and you say to them, this guy doesn't want to see his kids. That guy will be like, that's disgusting. Chuck him straight under the bus. I'm glad I'm not like that. I want to see my kids. You talk like this, you say this to another woman, to a black woman, and she's like, well, maybe she's going through issues. Have you considered that? Maybe the guy's a bastard. Have you considered that? Do you know why she's doing that? You don't know why she's doing that. And I'm like, it's not the fact what you're saying, but it's how you're getting angry about it. It's like as if it's a personal attack on you. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's a saying, bad things happen when good men do nothing. What I say, bad black women get away with bullshit when good black women do not speak up about the bullshit that is going on. Yeah? There are clearly plenty of good black women, right? But you cannot hear them. You can't hear them. They say nothing. What they do is they express their opinions to men on the quiet, but they are not prepared to stand up to these demons and devils that are out there giving them the bad name in the first place. It's crazy. Absolute crazy. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Because, the one that shouts loudest is the one that always gets seen and noticed. So what happens is the one that shouts loudest appears to be the voice for the whole group. It's disgraceful. You got black men, right, will chuck other black men under the bus instantly as soon as they hear they're doing something negative, be it selling drugs, be it abandoning their kids, be it doing some sort of criminal activity or locked up and been in prison or whatever. Oh, I'm not like that, it's a disgrace, he's not even a real man, blah blah blah, this, that, the other, even though you may not even know his history or whatever. But you try and say this about a black woman, she's been on benefit all her life, she hasn't even tried to work. Maybe if she had a guy in her life to support her with her kids, she could work. This is the sort of response you get from the decent black women who don't have kids, who wouldn't make those decisions in the first place. And it's not like they sit down and they think about what they're going to say. It's an instant reaction. It comes straight out of their mouth. I think that in order for the black community to move forward, especially with some of these bastard children that are just being brought up now, the good black women have to speak up, make their voice known. There's one or two on YouTube, but it's literally one or two, considering how many black women are in this world. Not enough people are speaking up. They're not enough. They're not enough, and they co-sign each other. When you accept somebody else's way of life, and you don't speak up, that means you are accepting it. I'll give you an example. It happens with voting. If you don't vote, it's the same as voting for your current government and agreeing with their policies. That, I'm not saying that it's good to vote, I'm just saying that's how they count it as. Yeah, just received a call. It's basically lost my train of thought. But bottom line is, what I would like to see YouTube in my life, I like to see more of the decent women take a stand against the bullshit of some of these bad. I'll give you another example, right? Like, you tell some of these women that, you know, the shit that your baby mothers might be getting up to, yeah, and they go, oh, that's terrible, that's bad, I wouldn't do that. What did you do to piss them off? I'm like, what? She's denying me access to my child. Like, you know what I mean? I'm being raped out of my pay to pay for CSA, and she's stopping from seeing my child. What the blood clot I go on? Anyway, I think that's probably about it. Black women, if you know you don't subscribe to the typical, stereotypical image of the black woman that's being pushed out here, the 20,000 baby having, the all your life being on benefits and handouts and that, and generally not really trying to make a contribution to society, or you know you care about your kids and their education, and you're doing the best that you can in terms of ensuring that they have decent nutrition, and making sure that they do their homework at night, and making sure they do their activities. Cause I'm telling you, there are some, try not to swear, there are some selfish black women out here, man. When I mean selfish, man, they don't give a damn whether their kids get dragged up by any means. They don't do their work. They don't, when they got their homework, they don't check their homework and make sure that it's done, it's correct. They don't make sure that their kids are being fed appropriately. They just fling them some chicken and chips, and them some pizza, and give them all that bollocks. Well, they just generally just smoking around them, just puff their cigarette around them, make them get lung cancer and shit. And then you got those that leave them on their own when they're a young age and not suitable to be left on their own, and bug off out raving and doing all causes. Well, or the other alternative, they're sending them to this one, sending them to that one. Oh, can you look after my child for half an hour, half a day, overnight? Like, all the time, you know, child's just been pushed from pillar to post. But there are women out there who don't do shit like that, but you don't hear from them. They, you know, I know partly because they're just doing them and they're just on their shit. But if you don't speak up, these other fucked up women, they're gonna be your voice. And then don't complain when you're all lumped together under the same negative banner of the terrible black woman, the selfish black woman, the loud, obnoxious, shouting, screaming black woman, the fat, overweight, obese, mampy-sized black woman. There's some slim things out here who look after themselves. They like to run and do shit like that. There are black women that like to run. I know, it's crazy shit's going on. But you don't see them because they don't speak up. You know, they need to speak up and talk about their values. That's the thing. I think what it is, we see the values of the negative black women, but the good black women who have decent values, who were brought up in a decent home, who were what we say over here in the UK, so she has good brought up. See, it's not in the dictionary, you won't find it. But these women, you don't hear from them, and we need to. And I think other women need to hear from these other women that have the right attitude, so that they can maybe hopefully readjust their attitude if it's not too late, and if it is too late, maybe teach the right attitude to their kids. That's me. That's it, really. I think I got most of it off my chest, but I'll probably come up with something else. Anyway, shalom, peace and love.